The sound of distant gunfire echoes through the pine forests of Texas and the muddy lowlands of Louisiana. But this is no rare sound for North American farmers. Out here, beneath a red dawn sky, the land trembles under the weight of an unexpected enemy. Giant, 300-pound wild boars. They move like shadows across the farmland, snouts buried in soft soil, tusks sharp as blades. Every night, they raid the cornfields, tear through fences, and devour crops meant to feed families. A single herd can destroy an entire field in just a few hours. For farmers and ranchers, it is not just about losing harvests. It is about survival. In states like Texas, Alabama, and Oklahoma, wild boars have grown into a full-scale invasion. Experts estimate more than 6 million roam freely across North America. They reproduce faster than almost any other large mammal. A sow can birth 2 litters a year, each with half a dozen piglets. No natural predators remain in most regions. Only humans stand between balance and chaos. At night, the hunters rise. Armed with rifles, night vision and patience, they patrol the farmlands where moonlight meets fog. This is not sport, it is necessity. A war between those who feed the nation and the beasts that threaten to consume it. Every region has its story. In the southern plains, hunters move in trucks fitted with spotlights, scanning fields for movement. In the deep woods of the Midwest, motion-triggered cameras catch herds passing like silent armies. Boars weighing more than 300 pounds tear through irrigation lines and root under barns, leaving behind devastation worth billions. The hunters adapt. Thermal drones soar above open pastures, detecting heat signatures in motion. Rifles chambered in .308, Winchester and .30-06 Springfield are the weapons of choice, precise, reliable and powerful enough to bring down a charging boar. Each shot fired is calculated. Each night, a test of patience, endurance, and will. In northern Georgia, a single farmer once watched his fields vanish in a week. He joined forces with local hunters, forming patrols that sweep through the farmland from dusk until dawn. Using bait stations and thermal scopes, they managed to thin the herds but never completely stop them. For every boar taken down, more arrive, from swamps, from forests, from the cracks of abandoned lands. The numbers tell the story. Over $1.5 billion in agricultural damage every year, hundreds of miles of fencing destroyed. Diseases, like brucellosis and pseudorabies, spread silently between feral hogs and livestock, endangering cattle and even pets. For the rural economy, it is a disaster hidden beneath the hum of tractors and the rhythm of daily work. And still, the hunters continue. Night after night, they move through the dark. Guided by instinct and the glow of infrared lenses, they track prints in the mud, shattered corn stalks, and the faint grunts echoing through the trees. Each hunt ends with exhaustion, mud on their boots, and silence, until the next night calls again. For North American hunters, this battle is not about trophies or pride. It is about preserving the fragile balance between people and land. A war fought not for glory, but for food, for peace, and for the ground beneath their feet. The invasion has begun. The retaliation comes next. Gunfire echoes across open fields as dawn breaks over the southern plains. The mist hangs low, and the smell of damp soil mixes with diesel and gunpowder. Hunters move in formation, scanning the terrain for movement among the brush. This is not recreation, it is retaliation, a defense of land, crops and legacy against an invader that refuses to yield. Across North America, coordinated hunts have become the new normal. In Texas, aerial operations are launched from helicopters, sweeping over miles of farmland. From above, the earth looks scarred, long furrows carved by tusks, like the trenches of a forgotten war. Each mission aims to restore a fragile balance, but the enemy multiplies faster than it falls. For every sounder eliminated, several more roam the shadows, silent and invisible. Modern hunters have evolved with their prey. Thermal imaging drones now hover above tree lines, feeding real-time heat maps to handheld screens. Hogs appear as bright, pulsing orbs moving across the darkness. Within minutes, trucks reposition, rifles ready. The first shot rings out, followed by a low thud, then silence and another. Under the cover of night, the human response unfolds with mechanical precision. In the Carolinas, the approach is quieter, trapping. Networks stretch across acres of woodland and farmland, steel gates rigged with motion sensors close. Automatically, once the first boar enters, entire herds can be contained in a single sweep. The method is efficient, humane, and relentless. Officials monitor the traps daily, recording data, adjusting strategy, and releasing the message that control, not extermination, is the goal. For many rural families, hunting has become more than tradition. It is survival economics. Each bullet, each gallon of fuel, each repaired fence is part of a never-ending calculation. Communities form cooperatives, sharing costs and equipment. State agencies offer bounties for captured or killed hogs. The line between farmer and hunter blurs, replaced by a single purpose: reclaiming the land. But the boars adapt too. They travel further, feed later, and learn the rhythm of human patrols. Some herds migrate north into cooler climates. Beyond traditional hunting zones, they cross rivers, highways, and state lines, expanding the front of this silent conflict. What began in isolated pockets of the South now stretches from California's valleys to the forests of Ontario. A continental spread, unstoppable. Unless human ingenuity finds a way to outthink the wild. Science joins the fight. Researchers test sterilization programs, laced baits, and genetic control. Helicopters and night hunts alone are not enough. Technology, biology, and discipline must work together to preserve what remains of balance. Wildlife agencies track every reported sighting, mapping the spread like an epidemic. The map glows brighter each year, the red zones multiplying faster than solutions. And yet, amidst the fatigue and frustration, there is resilience. A farmer in Oklahoma stands at his porch before sunrise, rifle by his side. In the distance, the ground still bears the scars of last season's raids. He knows they will return, but so will he, because out here, the fight is not about victory, it is about endurance. Each hunter, each farmer, each sleepless night is part of the same story, the will to defend what feeds a nation. The retaliation continues, steady as heartbeat and soil. The land heals slowly, one hunt, one harvest, one dawn at a time. The balance may never be perfect, but it endures, forged in struggle, written in tracks across the mud, and echoed in every shot fired beneath the American sky.